This foldable electric bike over here is the HIMO ZB20 Max and is completely legal in the EU. It has the iconic 4-inch wide 20-inch wheels, a wide and super sturdy frame and weighs 28 kilograms. There's also a 250 watt motor, 6 gears and a 10 amp hour battery with a claimed range of 80 kilometers. And in this video I'll share with you what to expect. Let's start with the frame because I believe it's one of the best out there. The welds, for example, look superb. The paint job is great and the folding mechanism feels incredibly secure. Much more than the cheaper brands out there like ADO, for example. Plus they try to integrate as many cables as possible within the frame, so there's not too much cable spaghetti going on. The steering wheel can be folded too and locks in place firmly. Because it locks both the main frame and the steering wheel firmly and securely in place, folding isn't that easy, and with its weight you don't want to lift it too much, but it's good to see that the bike remains foldable. Whenever the bike is folded, the battery becomes visible, and we can see immediately that the battery has a different design compared to other brands out there. Unlocking the battery is done no longer under the frame anymore, but on the battery itself, and has an indicator now how full it still is. The battery slightly rattles when going over rough terrain, and charging can be done both while being in the frame or outside the frame. And charging for me took nearly 5 hours from 0 to full. Other points worth mentioning are, for example, a sturdy kickstand, and it has an interesting design. The seat is very comfortable and has a lot of cushion, making longer rides very pleasant. On the seat post we also find an integrated pump, which is super handy in case you need to inflate the tires a bit. There's also a reflector installed, along with a few LEDs for some rear light. On the front of the bike we find these shock absorbers that can be locked or loosened up and has about 5 cm of travel. On top of that we find a bright LED headlight. On the steering wheel we find the same controller as with its previous generation, the C20, which is also linked up here in the top right corner. The display shows you everything that you expect, from speed to an odometer and from the mode you're currently in. Regarding biking, this bike is actually legal here in Europe because it doesn't have a throttle. You have to pedal yourself to get some support from the motor, which is being detected with a speed sensor rather than a torque sensor. With a standing start up a bridge in high mode, you easily get to the top without breaking a sweat. The mid mode is nice for regular, slightly faster biking, and the eco mode is minimal support, which is perfect for cruising on bike roads over here in the Netherlands. The shock absorber works great and allows you to go off-road easily, but you will hear the battery rattle quite a bit. The pedal assist helps you to get up to 25 km an hour, and even big speed bumps at full speed are easy to take. With my 1m88, 80 kilograms of weight, and with good bike roads and normal weather conditions like right now, I managed to get around 55 kilometers of range, but it also highly depends on your situation and conditions. So if you have some hills or mountains, or maybe worse road conditions, or maybe terrible weather, it's probably anything from 40 to 50 in the mid and high mode. In case you run out of juice, you can still bike, it's just slightly heavier. And maybe it's good to know, with my 1m88 I also still have enough space between my knees and the steering wheel, although it would have been nice if the steering wheel was adjustable in height. For the braking test I always go 25 km an hour and I try to stop as fast as I can. The ZB20 Max comes to a full stop at around 5 meters, which is not too bad, but considering the price I would have loved to see hydraulic brakes rather than the 160mm mechanical disc brakes. What you do need to consider is the size of your shoes, which sounds a little bit weird because the frame is now wider. I'm size 43, but with anything larger you might hit the frame relatively easy, which is happening unfortunately to cater the 4-inch thick white tires. So bottom line, from all the e-bikes that I've tested here on this channel, the quality is good and definitely better than other brands that I've tested like ADO, Fido or 𝗬𝗏. And on top of that, the brakes are good, despite being mechanical ones. The build quality is superb and the motor is strong. And personally, I also really love the looks of this bike. It looks massive, and it's nice of HIMO that they included mudguards, despite the fact that they got dented during transport. Considering the price, which you can check by the way via the link in the description, so make sure you do that, I expected a torque sensor rather than a speed sensor. Other than that, it would have been great if the rear light was integrated with the whole e-bike so it doesn't run on separate batteries and could therefore indicate braking, plus a quick release for the front wheel was a nice to have. Personally, I don't mind the missing throttle, but I can imagine you do or would have listed it as a downside. But for me it means that the bike is legal here in Holland and in the whole European Union, so that is also a big plus at the same time. In case you do want to have a bike that has a throttle, looks or has similar looks, and is slightly cheaper, then continue on watching this video because that one acts more like a motorbike. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that I see you in the next one.